Hey everybody, my name is Matt Zadkovich. Most people know me as Matt Zaddy. I moved to Mississauga in 1989 with my parents from Etobicoke, and we moved to the very west end of Mississauga at Winston Churchill and Dundas. When the big blackout happened a number of years ago, when the power went out to all of southern Ontario, I was just driving back into town and noticed that all these lights were up. And we got back in, and we all realized what was going on because there was the emergency broadcast about everything's okay, don't worry, but the power is out. So what we all realized, like, well, all of our frozen goods are probably going to go bad, so let's just have a big barbecue. And anybody who had a pool, we would go swimming at somebody's house, and we all just had this big, massive barbecue. But when nighttime came, it was special because that area was always the sound of traffic. That's just what I grew up with, and it was very normal, that kind of like, oh, everybody's going to and from work or to and from school. But nighttime, there was no lights. So this was the first time in the suburbs I'd ever really seen a really bright sky of stars. So about half a dozen of us just said, I want to see what this neighborhood looks like with no lights. So we walked kind of through the area just south of Dundas first, and we walked over to Woodchester, one intersection east of Dundas and Winston Churchill. So it's literally Dundas and Woodchester. Like, there's the big auto park, and it was a ghost town. And I'd never seen it like this ever in my life. It was dead silent. You could hear a pin drop in the parking lot. And I looked and I said, oh my goodness, there are no cars here. So we saw a blanket of stars that you would never see unless you drive 2-3 hours out of the city minimum. It was amazing. It was such a moment in time for me growing up. I have such vivid memories of that blackout night, just because you will never see that in this city again unless, heaven forbid, the power goes out again like that. It was a completely different place when it was dead silent and there were no lights. It was absolutely perfect.